We're recording this on opening day, and that's exciting. 2:30, a little bit of action. So we've already seen the entire Paul Skeens outing. First time in his career he doesn't make it out of the first inning, but I don't want to get ahead of myself the way that I felt like I got ahead of myself thinking the Pirates were going to run away with that game. I'm Chris. That's Sam. We're here to celebrate what is like the ultimate grind for us, but a fun grind, and that is MLB baseball. I do want to start with last night. Thoughts on the Netflix broadcast of the Giants-Yankees game?
Quality was weird. I'll tell you that. It did give like some weird like HD quality vibe off it. I will say I do like the score bug being in the bottom right. And that might be an unpopular thing, but I was telling you guys that last night. Like I don't love the top left score bug. I feel like
That's unpopular, bro. You lost me. Top left is so
bro,
tough.
I like the bottom right, bro. I don't know what it is. I feel like I could see more of the screen when I got it in the bottom right, bro.
So you sleep with socks
that's
on?
That's probably just me. Do I sleep with socks on?
Yeah, that's what you just told me. Bottom
depends
right
on depends on if I'm sober or not. If I'm not sober, I probably will be on.
You got clammy feet, bro. Bottom
right.
If
we're using it logically, yes. But like, bro, the broadcast last night. I don't know if this is just a me thing or if you do it too. I don't listen to the broadcast. Like ever when I'm watching games.
No. I'm school of radio, big dog. I want to hear what all these guys do because like that was once the field I thought I was going to end up in. I ended up in a field adjacent. But no, I listen.
My thing is, bro, is and it's especially when you're watching like we're Yankee fans. So like when we're watching, yes, I like to watch a game objectively and just see the game from like a very level-headed lens. When you're watching Yes, or if you're watching Nesson or like NBC, like it's NBC Philly, like whatever it is,
coded Mets,
it's biased, right? So like I like to just watch the game head on and just have my very specific take on it compared to what Michael K's given me, and just like so I can form my own opinion on the game itself. So I'm like I think I stopped doing that a couple of years ago. I think maybe like 2 or 3 years ago. I stopped.
No, I mean that's fair and reasonable. I thought CC Sabathia was nervous on the call. He didn't sound great. It sounded a lot like when Tom Brady started calling games.
And
it was horrible at
first.
But
Brady's awesome.
But Brady with the reps got a lot better.
Yeah.
I do want to start. Obviously, I mean this Pirates game is ongoing, but there are going to be a couple of key takeaways from the Pirates game entirely. O'Neal Cruz is horrible in center field. I mean, I think that like today in particular, you can say that he cost Skeens the outing with 2 very, very poor played fly balls, 1 lost in the sun, 1 he made the Cardinals in the center fielders not supposed to make, 3 steps in before running backwards. Mets ended up scoring 5 in inning 1. Skeens 2/3 of an inning. Skeens can't get out of it. 40 pitches, I believe, in that first inning. Look, I like the Buccos. We both like the Buccos, but for the next week or so, because this is not gonna be something that's taken lightly. Center field defense ruining a Skeens start.
I mean, it's a premium position. You expect the guy that's going to play center field for you every day to play great defense out there. And for a guy like O'Neal Cruz, who I think he has all the tools in the world to be, he's an incredible athlete. We saw what he did in WBC, like just pissing balls around the field, Chris. Like he was unbelievable. But when you look back at what he did last year, he was awful at the plate last year. And for him to play center field at a premium position for a Pirates team that we expect to take the next step, coming out on opening day and doing what you did right there is just probably the worst look. And it might be one of the bigger stories in baseball today, just because when you look at that Pirates game, it completely cost him that game. Because if he gets to that ball in the first inning that then scored 3 runs, I think we're talking about the Skeens outing fairly differently. I mean, he got up to 37 pitches, dude. Like, that's not Paul Skeens. It was the most runs allowed that he's allowed in a start ever.
And it was like, all in one inning.
Yeah, and that inning was, I mean, when you look at if you're a box score watcher and you look at what Paul Skeens did today, you're going to say, well, you got roughed up. He looked awful. No, man, I think that outing is simply on O'Neal Cruz, and I think that it's a storyline that we're going to watch throughout 2026.
There's such a drastic difference in watching Luis Robert play center field versus watching O'Neal Cruz. Like Luis Robert had a couple balls where just the jump is ridiculous. Had a hit today and scored a run. Like it just feels like the one thing you want for like a boomer bust bat is like really good defense. That's what Luis Robert did, and it looked smooth and it looked all that. So the O'Neal Cruz thing is going to be something to monitor. And to me, they're going to end up moving him to right field if they ever get a true center fielder. And the issue is, what do the Pirates always want to do? They always want to like bargain deal, that kind of thing. So we don't know if they'll ever get someone premier at that spot. But I did just want to bring up the Paul Skeens start because, I mean, shoot, dude, like he's a lot of people's Cy Young favorite this year. I mean, I think he's everybody's Cy Young favorite this year.
Well, and another thing too, Chris, a lot of questions that we found. I mean, we look at the Pirates on paper. We love their lineup. Like we think that they can hit really well. I think that
we think they can't play defense.
Yeah, they can hit with the best one, but they can't play defense. They cannot play defense to save their lives. And this being your coming out party on opening day and it being a Paul Skeens start in Citi Field, it's a big test for you guys. And it's immediately defensive miscues. I mean, he started as a shortstop, was a poor defensive shortstop. Then you moved to center field. You're a poor defensive center fielder. You're then going to move to right field. I think there's going to be a lot of questions about O'Neal Cruz if he doesn't come through at the bat this year about what he's going to be as a big league player going into the future.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see what the bat looks like. Obviously, like this spring, if you care, 88% contact percentage in zone, which is up for him. Usually, he's like a swing and miss kind of guy, like in the zone. Sam. Also, that game being the first like game on today, so like everybody's watching. That one can't feel good. I do want to go through like just some thoughts. I'm curious. I just want to real quick rapid fire them. You want to give me winners of each division? In the American League East, you got Yankees, Rays, Jays, Red Sox, Orioles. Who you like there and why?
I mean, no bias here. We're going to go Yankees. I think that when you look at
best lineup, deepest pitcher.
Yeah, I think that on paper, I think that they have the best lineup in that division. I think that rotation right now does not look particularly great, but I think that by season's end, they'll have the best rotation, I think, in the American League. I think that where you could start to poke holes with them is with their bullpen, but I think that with the starting pitcher depth that they have, they can then go out at the deadline and deal away from their starting pitching depth to then stockpile that bullpen and have it be good for a run for October. So I think by far, I think it's going to be the Yankees in the AL East. I'm in
lockstep with you.
But listen, I will tell you, a team that I don't think a lot of people are speaking about that I think they're going to be good this year. I don't think they're going to win the division, but I think the Baltimore is actually going to surprise some people.
The Pete Alonso bat, I don't love the rotation. Rogers, Bradish, Shane Bass, who I think is a candidate for a breakout year. Bassett and Elflin. So I mean, you got pitchers there. We'll see how much they hold up. No, I tend to agree with you there. I don't think they'll finish I think they might finish last in the division and still be a decent team. Or
yeah,
like Tampa Bay's going to finish last. I got Yankees, Blue Jays, Boston, then Baltimore.
I think that's fair. Yeah, I think Toronto regresses a bit from where they were last year. I think the same thing about Boston. I think that the Bregman loss is going to be a lot more for the Red Sox than I think people realize.
They're going to really feel it in the summer when those young guys can't hit. Because that's what happens, man. You get to those dog days in the summer and guys just take a step backwards. Want to move over to the Central. We got Twins, Royals, Guardians, Tigers, White Sox. Obviously, we know the White Sox are not going to win the division. But this, I think, is going to be a competitive division. I have Kansas City winning it. I think most people think Detroit wins it. But we're looking at this. The Guardians are going to win 83 games. So do with that what you want.
Yeah, like don't crush their win total every year. They do it every single season.
Every year.
Like it'll be at 75 and they'll win 83. Like they burn people's slips every single season. So you like Kansas City. I like Detroit just based off of the back of their pitching. I like them being able to bring in Valdez and having, Scuba Valdez at the top of that rotation. And I think that they bring back a very good lineup from last year. You add in the young gun and Kevin McGonigal, and you're going to see what he can do this year. Coming in, and he's going to play third base.
Rookie of the year favorite.
Chris, I don't know if you saw, he's going to play third base today for them instead of shortstop. They're starting Javi Baez shortstop. But I wouldn't discount Kansas City. I think the Kansas City finishes in a close second, and I think that by year's end, they will vie for a playoff spot.
Yeah, I'm kind of there. I like what Kansas City looked like in the WBC, and I'm in. I think Michael Garcia is a top 5 third baseman, second baseman. Vinny, Perez, and then obviously a guy who I think is going to the year that Aaron Judge does not win MVP, it will be because Bobby Witt passed him on just the flyby. That's
correct.
That's it. and that's all that is. I think he's shortstop Mike Trout. So that's where I'm at with them. But I'm keeping a close eye on the Guardians because they're better than they were a year ago, and they won
Yeah.
the division a year ago. They're just a weird team that defies odds. In the West, you got Astros, Rangers, Mariners, Athletics, and the Angels. This one I think is the easiest one of the bunch. I got the Mariners.
Yeah. I think going into this season, they're the best team in the American League on paper.
Yeah.
Right. I think that we can confidently say that. I think that once you get to the end of the season, I think that the Yankees should have the best team on paper. But going into 26, I think you look at Seattle. And as far as a team that I think that could take a little bit of a jump, Chris, and they did take a jump last year. I like what they're doing out there with the Athletics, man. I really like that squad that they're building out there. I think that's a solid lineup. I think that they're going to have some guys take, leaps this season. I think Denzel Clark's going to be a lot better than he was last year as well. And they're already deep enough with Kurtz, with all the guys that they extended, whether
Kurtz,
it's Jacob Wilson and Soderstrom. Yeah.
I like Max Muncy a lot. And here we go. You want a wild fun fact?
Go ahead.
Max Muncy, the A's Max Muncy. Same exact birthday as the Dodgers Max Muncy.
Dude,
and the Dodgers Max Muncy was also drafted by the A's.
Yeah, they're legitimate parallels of each other down to the name. Now, I wonder they have same middle name.
Oh,
that would be
no.
nuts
If they do, the timeline just
name.
glitched out and just said
that's
accidentally
nuts.
Here's two. It's like when you're making sprites in Sims and you get the same character 2 times. No, I'd agree with you, but I go Mariners, Rangers, Astros are my top 3 finishers.
I'm with you on that.
My sleeper for huge progression reminds me so much of Hunter Brown in terms of pitch mix, looks, and fastball usage is Jack Leiter, who got roughed up first half of the year, finished with the 3.8 ERA. Now, am I saying he's going to finish Cy Young 3? No, not saying that, but I think he could have a Gavin Williams level year this year. And if he does, and if they stay healthy, 2 enormous ifs, you are talking about a rotation that goes DeGrom, Evaldi, Mackenzie Gore, Jack Leiter. That's a good front 4. And if the bats are slightly above league average, are going to be a good team. I think that they finish better than the Astros. Want to move to the NL. In the NL East, you got Marlins, Phillies, Mets, Nationals, Braves. I'm going
to be so honest with you. I think that when you look at all of the divisions in baseball, I think this is the toughest one to predict because I think that we're projecting Atlanta to be better than they were last year. I think we're going to project the Mets to be better.
I'm out on Atlanta because they're
the injuries.
Yeah. Everybody's UCL fell off the bone like we were at Sweet Baby Joe's barbecue, dude.
You like Phillies. I like Mets.
I like Phillies, Mets, very, very close second.
Yeah. I think so too. I don't know if it's the attractiveness or the shiny new toy about the Mets and all their new guys, but I think that they're, from a product standpoint, from what they put out last year, I think they're a vastly improved unit. I know that we don't necessarily love Devin Williams and Luke Weaver, but I think that they're upgrades from what they had from the year prior.
That for them. No, that's perfect for them.
I think it's good, and it's tough, seeing a guy like Edwin Diaz go, and it's tough seeing Pete Alonso go, and it's tough seeing Nimmo go. But I think that they did a really good job recouping their assets. I think that the name to kind of watch here is Bichette and him transforming into that new position at third base. But I think with the Phillies, man, I have a lot of questions about their core kind of aging out. Their lineup is interesting looking. Like them hitting Alec Boehm 4th or 5th every day doesn't wow me.
Literally,
I think it sucks.
You could say.
So I don't necessarily love the way that their lineup is constructed, but I think that the 2 teams, as far as talent level, I think that they're relatively similar. But I have Mets beating them by maybe a game or 2 at the end of it.
I can see it. I'm not super convicted on my Phillies pick. And obviously, of the 2 teams, who has the collective best player? It's Juan Soto.
Right. Yes.
I probably would have picked the Mets if I wasn't worried about how long it would take Lindor to get his power right after the hamate surgery, because that's the big thing that happens. But not super convicted on my Phillies pick. So I can see that one going either way. I do expect both those teams to make the postseason. And the Century got Cardinals, Pirates, Reds, Cubs, Brewers. I think this is a 2-team race. I think, to go back to your point earlier, nobody talks about how big Bregman is for the Cubs.
No, dude.
Bregman moved.
Nobody.
And it's kind of just just kind of is what it is. That's a huge deal. PCA got the extension. We saw a player last year get the extension before the year and then go absolutely berserk on offense. They were playing loose and free. Guys, Cal Raleigh got it right before the season. I think PCA is likely a 30-30 guy. Gives you platinum glove defense. Bregman's a professional hitter, obviously. I like their rotation enough. Boyd, Imanaga, Horton, and then Cabrera, who I'm high on, very much so. I think they, though, are the second best team in the division. I'm expecting a repeat by the Brewers.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you on that. I feel like as time has gone on, I'll be honest with you. I think walking into this year, I was a little lower on the Cubs than I kind of expected to be. I think if you asked me about a month ago how I felt about the Cubs, I think I'm like, because we're like kind of riding high on the Pirates thing, and like obviously the Brewers are as good as they were, and I think that they can repeat last year, even after losing Freddie Peralta. I still think that unit is awesome. But I think that I'm a lot higher now on the Cubs in that unit. I think that lineup, Chris, is severely underrated. That's a
super
really
underrated
good ball
dude.
club.
Like people don't talk about like Bush going over 800 OPS a year ago. Like Ian Happ, Swanson, Bregman, Nico Horner, like
Seiya.
Yeah, Seiya
Suzuki. Like, dude, that offensive unit is deep, and they've been building that. I mean, this is what, like, I think this is year 4 for Dansby in Chicago, or year 5. I think that once they started that, like, once they signed Dansby, it was like new era of Cubs baseball. We're going to rebuild this lineup and make it look real pretty. I think that they're finally at a stage now, even after losing Kyle Tucker in the offseason, where this lineup is gross. And I think that if I'm going to make a pick today as far as who's going to win that division, I'm going to go with the Cubs.
Okay, Cubs over Brewers. You know
I'm going to go with the Cubs.
I like it. I like it. I do like the Buccos, though, man. Big Bucco guy.
Dude, listen. We talked about it earlier. It's
gonna work. It's gonna work.
If they can play defense, and then O'Neal Cruz can figure out what the hell is going on in his brain out there in center field, then I think that they can win 85 games and be okay. Yeah, they can sneak in a little bit.
That's kind of where I'm at too. And
yeah,
I'm hopeful. So I'm excited for them. And then in the West, if you even want to do it, Diamondbacks, Rockies, Padres, Dodgers, Giants. I just hope the Padres or Giants can make it cool.
I think it's a fun conversation after the Dodgers. Like, I think that
definitely, because that next 3 is like really clumped together.
But like, which team do you like out of San Diego, San Francisco, Arizona? I feel like I kind of lean. I don't think Arizona.
I don't think Arizona. I lean San Diego.
Yeah, I think San Diego because of the pedigree, right? Because of all the guys they've had out there with like Tatis is out there and Manny and stuff like that. But I feel like as far as like new age and like they had a really confusing offseason. The Giants did, as far as what they brought in. Like, we obviously were not a huge fan of.
Base,
it's just weird.
Construction, Harrison Bader,
I think I'm gonna go with pedigree and history and what we've seen over the past couple of seasons. I feel like you kind of have to lean Padres at that point. I think that's like the conversation there. Like, we know the Dodgers are gonna win the division, right? Like, it's not even a conversation. Okay,
and I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful that Jackson Merrill is 30-30 this year. That's my hope.
Yeah,
or
for sure.
25-25 because year 3 he missed some time last year. But I do think Merrill, Tatis, and Manny Machado kind of work. We'll see what obviously Big X gives you. But Mason Miller's there, and I like their top 2. I like Pivetta. I like Michael King, and at some point you're going to get Musgrove back, who missed the year last year. So that's definitely my second team. Do you have any dark horses? I mean, I think we both have Big 99 and Shohei winning MVP. Is that true, accurate, fun?
As far as MVP? Yeah, I mean, when you look at preseason stuff, I did like the Bobby Witt shout earlier.
Yeah.
Because I feel like when one of them slips up, I think it's going to be Bobby's time to kind of step through.
Yeah, look, if there's a slip up, I'm calling the banana peel MVPs. So if those two hit the banana peel, Acuna, Witt, and you feel really good about it. 2 guys that are top of the sport.
I mean, to be honest with you, I'm not going Acuna.
Oh, because I have a dark horse. I have an NL dark horse.
I have a guy
I can't stop thinking about who wears number 2, and I want to hear yours first before I give mine.
I have a guy that's up there. Like, he's definitely gonna be up there. He's gonna be a popular pick, but like Juan Soto.
Oh, like, Juan, yeah.
Like Juan. Like, I think if Ohtani slips up, it's Soto, right? Like, I think Soto can be like 1,000 OPS guy, 40 home runs, like 30 bags. Like, I think that Soto could do that.
No, honestly,
Number two. Who's number two in the
dude,
National
he's not gonna
League?
have the offensive output to get it done, but I think about him before I go to bed every single night. So I think
That's a
about
little
2
odd.
people. I think about 2 people before I go to bed every night.
Okay.
Sam Lucchini,
I was about to say.
Bryce Terang.
You know,
I
I
can't
I
stop
love the
thinking
show.
about Bryce Terang. Dude, he could legit hit 310 this year, and he's a platinum glove level defender at second, and he's going to be the heartbeat for this Brewers team that I really, really like. Now, the OPS is not going to be there. Like, it needs to get up to 900 to get it done. He's never really been that. But I just think that, like, those young players that are kind of bubbling, the guys that soaked a little bit in the WBC pool for Team USA, being around all those great players, seeing how their approach goes. I think Bryce Terang has the profile to take it to the next leap. And also, like, I've been obsessed with Bryce Terang because I think that's my Dax Kilby comp. And I didn't want to say it too loud because I don't want to be Yankee coded, but I do think about Bryce Terang every night after Sam Lucchini, of course.
No, I dig it. I think that that's awesome, and I love that you bring up the fact of him like choking with the superstars and like spending all the time around those big cats because like. Even when you think about when the roster got announced, Chris, Bryce Terang on there, and there were a lot of questions. People were like,
yeah, people were hating. We could call it. People were like, "Yeah, we're not doing this Terang thing."
Like Bryce Terang, he was one of the best players on the team. He was awesome for Team USA.
Dude,
like, he was unbelievable, dude.
Dude, like, and again, I don't think about the offensive numbers, but I can't stop thinking about Bryce Terang. Other dark horses. I think that's kind of it for me, dark horse wise.
I'm just like, I'm trying to think, dude, as far as guys that I like that can mash that I think will take a like Jack Caggs is going to be awesome this year.
Yeah, Caggs is going to be awesome.
But he's not going to be an MVP candidate.
What do you think Julio Rodriguez enters the fold? Because he's one of the most bet on to win MVP this year. He went sub 8. Here we go. Crazy fact for you. Here we go. Trivia question. Top 3 center fielder OPSs a year ago.
The J-Rod got up there by the end of the year, right? Because I know
J-Rod is third.
He starts slow every year. Grisham
was 2.
Is this American League or is this the entire league?
Entire league.
Center field wise, not Merrill. I think it was
no. Merrill was hurt. You're overthinking this one a little bit. Another WBC guy.
Am I really?
Yeah. He's also in the AL.
I know. I'm like, why am I blanking? Who played center field for Team USA and WBC? PCA. Oh, Buxton. Yeah, oh my goodness. Yeah, Buxton.
Big B Rye. So, if you believe in his health, I mean, he's like a top line, like talented, individual, but obviously I don't think he's going to play. He's not going to post the war needed, but
that's the problem with him though too. Is like last year was his first like year where it was like pretty consistently healthy, was on the field a lot. Like good for him. I'm super proud.
And like
proud of him for doing that.
He scaled back how he plays in order to do that.
So I don't know. Dude, this guy's consistently been hurt. But you've seen him put it all together in spurts where he's unbelievable. I know that he had that like month-long spurt in, was it 2021, where he was the best player on the planet?
I mean, dude, he
got hurt.
Dude, there was a moment in time, and I'm going to say this, and I'm sorry for saying it. There was a moment in time where he was a better center fielder. Like his 60-game peak was better than any 60-game peak of Mike Trout. He posted 5 WAR in 61 games. It was just unbelievable.
Yeah.
306, 358 with over 1,000 OPS, and he was playing absolutely ridiculous defense.
What year was that?
That was 2021. So
2020. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because he was nuts for the first month and a half. Got hurt, came back, was out of his mind again, and then got hurt again.
Yeah.
So I like that as a good shout as well. I do dig that. I'm trying to think like AL West. I think somebody like AL West would like.
Well, I was gonna say I placed a bet. Like one of those like just crazy lotto tickets, dude. Cam Schlittler, Cy Young. I had to.
Respect. Oh, you know what, dude? You know who I actually really like this year, and I think a lot of people sleep on this guy. And I did bring up this team earlier, dude. Gunnar Henderson.
Gunnar. Okay. I sleep on Gunnarston with the ace
Gunnar
Henderson box fan on high.
Gunnar Henderson.
He had a good WBC also.
I think that when you looked at Team USA, right, like that team specifically, and he wasn't playing to start that tournament. I think if you were to power rank the position players as far as like who are the most talented guys on that roster, I would have said Judge, Bobby Wood Jr., and then Gunnar Henderson.
Yeah, he was.
I think that Gunnar Henderson is like otherworldly, and if he is, I mean, what was it 2 years ago? He was like a 7-WAR player.
Yeah, Gunnar Henderson 2 years ago was awesome, dude. And he was like step for step with wit.
Literally. So like if he does that again, like and something slips up with Judge, just like you said with the banana peel, Gunnar would not surprise me.
Yeah, 2024 Gunnar Henderson 8.8 WAR.
Yeah, there you go. So I was off with what I said.
You were
I said 7.
Down. Yeah, dude.
So like, yeah, dude. I think if Gunnar, I think if Gunnar could take that leap and like take another step up from what he was, I think that he could be another one that wins it too.
Yeah, that season kind of gets slept on a little bit because Witt finished second in MVP and he finished 4th. I believe Soto finished 3rd, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Because Soto was was he a 9-win player that year? Soto?
I don't know. I mean,
it was 8 or 9.
I know it was a movie. I know it was a movie every time, dude. I didn't want to spend a lot of time on it, but I know you saw Soto comment rent free on the Yankees official opening day post, right?
Odd. I don't want to spend a lot of time on it.
Dude, I have a take on this.
Yeah, go ahead.
And I think that it's important because I think like sports does the thing where it's like not cool to think about like ex players and rivals, and it's supposed to be like relationships. We're all rent free. Just accept it. Just openly talk about like I'm Chris Drew and I openly accept that I miss Juan Soto a lot. I think that fans need to stop doing the too cool thing and just look, I accept that I miss Juan Soto. Is the offense great without him? Yes. But did I enjoy watching Juan Soto as a Yankee fan bat in front of Judge for a full season? Absolutely. For Juan Soto, did you enjoy being a Yankee? Yes. Do the Yankees enjoy poking at you? Yes. But everybody's rent free. You think about us, we think about you, right?
It happens all the time. Like I miss him to death. He was such a joy in Yankee pinstripes, and him with Judge back to back was like the most fun experience ever. I just think that it's weird from his perspective to hop in a Yankee comment section on a video that was 2 minutes long, and the clip of him was at the end of the video.
So he's really rent free.
Yeah. So he sat around and watched that entire 2-minute edit of on the Yankees official page. And mind you, Chris, Juan Soto likes Fireside Yankees posts about him.
Yeah.
Like Juan Soto will hop on the Fireside Yankees Instagram page and like posts about him all the time. Like it's a mutual thing. We miss you, you miss us, but that's okay. Go have fun. Like, and I don't blame him whatsoever for making his decision. But yeah, I'm gonna miss you. Kidding me?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like the rent-free thing. I think that like Mets fans wanted to dunk on the Yankees for the offseason, but like their best player thinks about the Yankees and Yankee fans think about the best player. And here we go. This might be an unpopular opinion. I miss Juan Soto. I also want the Yankees to win, and I never want Juan Soto to replicate the success he had in New York with the Mets. I just never want it to happen. And it's like this. It's like when you break up with your girl, you never want her to date someone with as much motion as you. You can say it, but I hope all my exes end up with dudes who don't have as much motion as me, man.
Listen, and here's what I do got to tell you is your exes are never going to end up with a dude that has more motion than you. It's never going to happen. Okay? Like you and I both know that, and that's okay.
Welcome to Dating with Chris and Sam. Like, sub, that's my twin with the most motion. We'll be back for another episode. Go Buccos. And yeah, we'll holler at you guys.